Reverend Raff and Beer Buddy, rocking round the world. What's happening, everybody? I am the Reverend Raff, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
We are the two dudes who talk music, and we are back today with another episode of. I know it's my favorite series. I know it doesn't do great numbers on the channel, but it's one of my favorite series.
It is. I love it.
Rocking round the world.
So great.
Basically, if
Such
you're
a
new
learning
here,
experience.
yeah, it is. If you're new here, hello, first of all, welcome. We drop 6 videos every week. We got reaction videos, we got Rockin' Around the World, we got the podcast, we do interviews, all sorts of cool stuff with bands. So if you have fun with us today and you like that sort of content, it'd be great if you could consider hitting that subscribe button. Helps the channel grow. We like to be very genuine. We don't like to dive into a lot of clickbait kind of stuff and these overblown fake-ass reactions. We like to give out genuine thoughts and stuff. So we just try not to do all the stupid hacky stuff that we,
That's it.
to basically cheat and grow the numbers. We want genuine people. So yeah, if you have a good time with us today, that'd mean a lot. But we are getting into Rockin' Around the World today. If you don't know what Rockin' Around the World is, you see this big old map up here, this big map. That is a map of, I'm not going to say every metal band in the world, but it's bloody most of them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
All the registered ones anyway.
And, we hit the randomizer and we try and land on a country that we've not done a reaction to them before, from a band from that country before, and then we find a metal band from that country and do a reaction to it. Because we want to explore, we want to rock around the world, as it says.
Yeah, 100%.
And love this music that is everywhere. It permeates every corner of the globe. So I'm going to hit this randomizer. We're going to see what we can get. If we try a few randomizers and we don't get a country we haven't got before, we'll just sort of pick one and try and do that. But the idea is it's a band country we've not done a reaction to before on the series. So let's check it out. Random, come on, what do you got for me today? It's being really slow.
What do we get?
You good?
Portugal. We've done Portugal.
Yeah, you all right?
Yes.
Cool.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, we have already done Portugal, so we'll try again, hit that randomizer again. And we'll see. We like to, like I said, we like to try and make sure it's countries we haven't had a reaction from before. What have we got here? Geez, this has been really slow lately. Peru.
I don't think we've done Peru.
I don't think we've done Peru either. Okay. PSICORRAGIA?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks like they got a fair bit to go with too.
Yeah. Hopefully they got something nice and recent. If not, I've got a band from... Okay, cool.
So, all right. Well, we are going to pause the video. We're going to go and try and find something from these guys. Yeah. And then, we're going to have a listen to it, have a reaction, and see what we can come up with. So it's going to be a moment for you. We'll be right back with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We've got one. I'm just going to crack my drink here before we get any further. There we go.
Got anything fun?
It's just a Pepsi Max.
It's just a Pepsi. All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Just one Pepsi.
Just one.
All right. Yep. So we found them. PSICORRAGIA. I'm not sure of the correct way to say that one. Cuando ellos vuelven. Sorry.
The Innocents, 1961.
Yeah. So this has... This uses footage from the film The Innocents, which came out in 1961.
Yeah.
I believe this song was originally released in 2016, but this video was only posted on their channel a year ago. So
very interested.
Yeah, real curious to see where this one goes. We're going to dive in. We're going to be pausing as we go through, giving some analysis, some critique, some feedback, that sort of stuff. And also, I've not heard of that particular film, so maybe I should... it looks like it'd be pretty interesting. I want to go and try and track it down, I think. But anyway, we're going to get into this one as we go along. Very sinister.
Yeah. Got a real stoner, death metal kind of.
I'll just pause it there for a second. Like, really sinister intro. Very, very sinister. Like, this is
Yeah.
very reminiscent of, God, I mean, you could really, like, you can trace this sort of energy back to, even early Black Sabbath stuff, like the really slow, dark, eerie, you
Mm,
know, off putting, meant to be, really unsettling sort of vibes.
something about the keyboard that really sends that home.
Mm, mm. A little
Just
bit almost
yeah,
like typo negative in some ways.
little bit, little
Mm,
bit.
yeah.
But also really, really working with that whole movie
Mm,
movie type score.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's it. Like it's the way they've cut this so far. Like the energy is really matching it really
Mm,
nicely. So keen to see where else they take it. I'm wondering if it picks up a bit later, or if it's going to stay with this sort of doom kind of
yeah,
doom metal kind of energy
it's
as we're going
adding
through.
layers in really well too. It just
Mm,
keeps it slowly building and building.
yeah, really clever, really well done. What is that?
It sounds like an effect on the bass or the vocals.
Cuando ellos vuelven, el frío lo anuncia. Un enervante dolor corroe la razón. El tiempo se hace tan difuso al mirar tu vida irse sin poder.
Oh man. Okay, hang on.
Dude, that the vocal production in that is like, ooh,
It's
ooh.
very really spooky voice. Like that was a really nice like. When I say guttural, I don't mean like a guttural scream. I mean like it was from like back here. It was very like death rattle ish kind of sounding. It was just a really nice dark style of vocal there.
Mm. Yes, Satan. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
you
Pretty
know,
much.
like that, and then just the way that high came in over it, and came in from one side and finished in the other, and yeah, like really something to be said about the vocal production. I think I don't know if I'm liking that keyboard coming in so thick though.
It is
Really
laid
wish
on
it.
quite heavy in
I
the mix.
really just sort of wish it was just a couple, not out of like just a couple of dB
Just
down.
dialed back a touch in the mix. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, fair enough. I mean, you know,
but then it
we
adds something to it. Like
yeah.
it's sort of it's weird. It would really stand out if it wasn't that that
Mm,
thick. I don't know. It's weird.
mm. Let's go back. I want to get those vocals again. That
Mm.
verse. That was a cool energy about it. Like even this part is really
Yeah.
trippy.
Cuando ellos vuelven, el frío lo anuncia. Un enervante dolor corroe.
Are you hearing that? There's like it's almost like there's the more upfront vocal, which is the
Mm.
very like this is the very scratch, and then
Yeah.
underneath it's like a almost a drone, like
Okay. Okay.
underneath.
Okay.
Have
I'll have to get
have a
yeah.
listen when I start it again. Have a
Okay.
listen when I start it again. I don't know if he's doing. I'm pretty sure he's not doing both at once, and it's
Mm.
layered, but I could be wrong. But yeah, just have a listen.
Almost like a throat singing.
Almost, yeah. Not sure if it's a throat singing or if he's just speaking very low over it. All the extra stuff laid in
I'll take back what I said before. I'll take back what I said before about the keyboard. Or they've used it really intentionally there, and it's coming in and getting pulled back, and
Yeah.
it's
Conscious choice.
really, really well done. And because it is so noticeable when it drops out, and all the other instruments come right into it, and it creates a real dynamic of
I reckon these guys would be really fun live.
Oh yeah, these I'd love to, I reckon they'd have the cool backdrop where they'd have stuff like this playing the whole time.
That'd be it. That's a good shout.
Yeah,
That's a good
just
shout.
I could just see them this going the whole time. A couple of like with those really
Yeah.
embellished candles and tall candle sets that
Mhm.
sit on stage, and just wish they carried on with that first vocal, that real whispering sort of harmonized vocal that they.
Yeah, maybe it'll come back around. I mean, it
I'm
might
hoping
be.
it does.
I
I'm
like that
hoping
though
it
because it's a
does.
very like wailing, like it, terrified or like frightened thing off in the distance.
Yeah.
Really haunting and like unsettling, which is the kind of the vibe of the song. His voice, his lower elements in his voice, it almost sounds like. Did you ever end up seeing the Nosferatu remake?
Not the remake. No.
Okay, so the one that came out like earlier this year or late last year, whenever it
Okay.
was.
I'll look. Yep.
The voice that Bill Skarsgård puts on for it. Obviously, it's not the same language that they're speaking here, but
Mm.
the tone of voice and like the tonality in his voice and the way he's like making his voice sound very like from like back here and very like phlegmy and everything. It almost sounds kind of like it's the similar kind of
Ooh,
vocal
okay.
sound.
Okay.
Which is, and obviously like this was recorded many, many years ago, so it's not like tied into that or anything, but it's just an interesting way of
Probably a point of
constructing that
inspiration.
vocal.
I mean, using the silver screen stuff here. Oh, nah, not kids.
Not creepy
Not
kids.
kids, man. Hello, mother. Ooh.
Organ. I think it's the organ.
It's almost like a feedback.
All the extra shit, man.
going acoustics in there.
Cat sounds and stuff. With a triplet feel on that. That was really
That
clever.
that was a nice change.
That was really, really cool. I'm thinking there is like, okay, the arrangement and the construction of this song is there is so much work that's gone into this. I love it. I
This
love
is
it.
a score.
Like this is like works with a film sort of energy about it, you know, meant to
Yeah.
be part of a thing. I'm really curious now how like the rest of the album interplays with this song and if it's you know, like if it's part of a
A
broader
concept out,
like
like a
concept
concept
album,
album.
yeah, or like a story that kind
Yeah.
of like a thing that goes through the whole album, or what. I'm gonna have to do a dive on that one because that's unreal. That is so
This is
cool.
one of those little diamond in the rough ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure when the blast beat came in where it was sitting. I thought it was maybe doing that thing I hate where they just play as fast as they can and it shifts across the
No,
beat.
it
But no,
was
it was triplet. It was a triplet feel blast beat, which is that's a little different. That's a little different. You don't
yeah.
normally get that. I want to hear that again. The transition, the build here as well in this part's great. They're not
Love that.
rushing anything.
Nah.
They're just letting things breathe and building that tension. It's just so patience. Patience is important.
You know, drum right in the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clever. So clever.
Oh wow. Okay. Was that three solos? Was that the piano, the guitar, and the other guitar? It was just everyone was in the
Maybe
same key.
I think that I get the sense it might have been like a harmonizing pedal on the guitar, perhaps.
Yeah.
But Have another listen. Scale there. Sounded like that, yeah. I think one guitar on this side had like the harmonizing pedal, and then the second guitar, there was that second guitar that came in towards the end to kind of transition across.
There was a wall of sound there either way, and it was just so many different notes getting played. Everything was in the right key, though.
It was well constructed. It was well constructed. That's the thing. Like it built, it went place. It went somewhere. It wasn't just notes for notes' sake, you know. So that was really cool.
Didn't last too long either.
Yeah, it didn't last too. Didn't have a dance welcome. Let's just take this home and see how they close it out. Well, there you go.
Wow, that was
Cuando ellos vuelven.
That was a piece. That was yeah.
Like I said, the arrangement and construction going on there was incredible. I mean, obviously, you know, mix wise, a little bit on the rough side. You know, could have, you know, everything was very dry.
If that was polished,
was,
if that thing was polished and a bit more bass, a bit more frontal on the bass.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you know, again, like we haven't heard anything else from these guys. We don't know if this was if this is their standard sound, if this is an intentional deviation from their normal sound, if, you know, whatever's going on. If you've listened to more of these guys, please let us know down in the comments. But what did you guys think of it? You know, like that's what we like to hear about. But yeah, I mean, that was, I think, a great use of a very cinematic song paired with, you know, clips from a movie.
Yeah. And it was done really well. Whoever edited this with the movie, that told a really good story. It moved along with it. It was when the chaos ensued, like when that poor little turtle got thrown.
Yeah, but really, really well done.
Yeah,
awesome. Great. We're so glad we came across that one. Really digging it. So, Cuando ellos vuelven. Again, I apologize if I got my pronunciation wrong there, but there you go. That was PSICORRAGIA from Peru. Go and check them out. We will have as many links to them as we can find down in the description. So if you dig that, go and check out more from them. Tell them the Two Dudes Talk Music sent you. And just leave your thoughts and comments down in the comments there. You know, if you've got suggestions for other songs by these guys we should check out, or you know, other artists from Peru that you think we'd find interesting, definitely let us know.
Yeah,
but
please.
Hey, thank you very, very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you didn't, downvote the shit out of it. Remember, my name is the Reverend Raph, along with the beer buddy Kyle. If you watch this far, you're an absolute legend. Take care of yourself and your mates. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel, and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.